Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I hope that you're all having an amazing day. So, if you want to, you can just go ahead and skip to the minifigures. But for right now, for everybody else, this is the beginning of my second YouTube channel. My first one I have deleted. A lot of the figures on it were years old. I have made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of customs. I've been doing this for years and years and years. So, yeah. Every like and subscribe is very much appreciated because the custom minifigure community, the Lego community is pretty big, but the custom minifigure one, it's a great deal smaller. So every single like, every single subscribe is greatly appreciated. But this is going to be every single one of my minifigures that I've done so far. Just to catch everybody up, there will be in-depth reviews for every single one of these. And let's get into the video. Alright, so who better to start off with than the Christian Bale Batman from the Dark Knight trilogy. I am not quite finished with this guy yet, but here he is. Alright, so from the Arkham series, here we have Mad Hatter. I really like this guy. I could probably make him a little bit better in certain areas, but yeah. So these are a bit more controversial just because they are a bit sculpted, right? I know some people prefer this design where it's more just based around Lego. I actually prefer this just for the this unique figure. But yep, here they are. Feel free to tell me in the comments which one you prefer. So we actually have two Two-Faces. The first one is of course from the Dark Knight trilogy. I don't know how I feel about that one yet. He's one of the newer ones that I've made. But the guy on the right is from Arkham, right? I really love how he turned out. So next we have the Arkham Penguin and the Danny DeVito Penguin. The Danny DeVito one is one of the oldest figures that I'm going to be putting on this channel. He could probably use quite a bit of work. I personally like the Arkham one a lot better. I actually love the Arkham one. It's one of my favorite figures, probably top 10. This is Scarecrow from the Dark Knight trilogy. I really love this figure just because, well, I actually have the Lego one. But I don't know. I think he turned out pretty neat. I love all the little painting that I did up there. Now, believe it or not, this is definitely one of my favorite figures, and it's actually one of the oldest. This is the Dark Knight trilogy Bane. I love this guy, right? Now, he's a very controversial fig just because a lot of people don't like for them to be so sculpted, all right? They're like, oh, well, you might as well just buy an action figure. Personally, I don't really give a crap because I think he looks awesome. Just like Professor Pike, I think he's got that same problem of being a little bit sculpted. I'll actually move him around. As you can see, he's I am actually in the process of finishing this guy. I finished the entire front. I've not quite finished the sides yet, but here's the back. I've got to finish his hair. But yeah, I really like this guy. Probably the closest one that I have to being finished right now. I have about 5 more in progress. And here we have Ra's al Ghul from the Dark Knight trilogy. I chose the black suit just because I think it looks really good. It's a very basic minifigure, but I think it does its job, honestly. Just like these three, I absolutely love all 3 of these figures. So on the left, you can see Deadshot. I actually made this one. I finished him up last night. I started Pike right after I made him. He's based completely off of his comic appearance. I really like this guy. Next, we've got the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn. Once again, I love this one. I think it's amazing. I think it turned out really well. And then, of course, to the far right, we have Killer Croc from Suicide Squad. I used to have an Arkham Killer Croc, but I scrapped him to make somebody else. But yeah, I think some people who also look incredible are the Jokers. Now, I actually have the most of this figure overall. There's nobody else who has 4 different variants thus far. We have, of course, the animated series. I like how this guy turned out. I think he's got a more unique look, but I appreciate it, honestly. We have the Arkham Joker. I really like this guy. I'm going to have to remake him, though. I love the face. I don't know, just how I did the body, it's starting to kind of smudge a little bit. You have to remember, a lot of these are old. If they look a little bit smudged or damaged in any way, that would be why. This is an amazing figure. I love it. And then, of course, we've got this guy. freaking awesome figure as well. I really like him as well. I tried that, honestly, so that honestly looks like crap. But he does have the Arkham I actually wrote right there. So this is the last Batman figure. We've got Black Mask. I actually just recently finished him as well. I really like this guy. So my Arkham figures in particular, they are some of the oldest ones that I have there. So they are definitely quite a bit beat up in certain ways. But yep, I'm going to move straight on to the Marvel. So I absolutely love Marvel Strike Force, the mobile game. Here we have Gore, based exactly on how he is there. Now, I used to have tentacles for him, or I don't really know what they're called. I'm sure somebody does, but yeah. I really like this guy. We have Gambit, probably one of my favorite figures. From this, I sculpted the hair myself. I, gave him the jacket. This is genuinely one of my favorite Marvel figures, without a doubt. We have Kraven the Hunter. This is an older one. I think his abs are a bit weird in my opinion. I don't know. Let me know what you think. We have Spider-Man. He's symbiote, or has symbiote. I really like this guy as well. I think he looks pretty good. And so now, this one is the one that has most of the big figs. Actually, all of the big figs. We have Red Hulk. I'm going to have to... There we go. Red Hulk right there. Well, if it'll focus, I'm so sorry, guys. I really like how this guy turned out. We've got Thanos, right? One of my favorite figures in general. He's definitely in the top 10. I used to have an Infinity Gauntlet for him, but I lost it, in all honesty. And then we have two Apocalypses. We have this one, which is more of a, well, I say purist, despite the fact that it's not actually even close to a Lego figure, but it only uses Lego parts, whereas this very obviously does not. Let me know in the comments what you actually think about these. A lot of people would say, oh, well, this is too much like an action figure. Personally, I prefer this one, without a doubt, but yeah. Now, these are two of my absolute favorite figures throughout the entire collection. So I love the original Adventures of Indiana Jones video game. I know that a lot of other people do as well. They unfortunately never made any of them as actual minifigures. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get these to focus. But yes, unfortunately, Mola Ram's helmet is a bit whacked up. But I do actually really love both of these guys for what they are. So next we have my Temple of Doom Indiana Jones. I've made this figure countless times. In the same way that I made the Heath Ledger Joker countless times. I made the Heath Ledger Joker about 5 times at this point. And am actually making a newer version. That's awful. But anyways, so yeah, subscribe if you want to see that. It should complete my Dark Knight trilogy. But yeah, I really like this guy. I'm thinking about, I have a Mola Ram underway, so these last two are, well, on the left we have Riddick from the Chronicles of Riddick, and then on the right we have Jack Reacher. Just two people in general, or two characters that I really, really like. They're really, really cool in my opinion, and I wanted to make them in Lego, so that's really the only reason they're here. There's not going to be a full set of these guys, unlike the other ones. Basically everybody else should have a full set, but yep, this... Alright, but here they all are. I like most of these. Some of these are definitely going to be getting remakes in the future, but please subscribe like I've said. It would be very, very appreciated. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's probably not the best quality, and I'm sorry for that. But yeah, there will be in-depth reviews for all of these. And actually, if you guys want to see me make anybody in particular, drop it down in the comments, and I will be sure to make them, because I love making minifigures. And I'll catch you on the next one, hopefully.